click this thing and then give a call. Yo.
Hello?
Hello. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Um, One moment, I can't hear you.
No worries. No worries. We shall wait for you. Midsummer tomorrow. Let's go. It's going to be so bright for so long in Sweden. I think the sun will go down at like 11 or something like that, or like 10:40 something. We'll see.
Yeah. You know.
Yo, I can I heard you, Connor, but I don't know
Can
if
I
you
hear
can
you?
hear me.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah? All right, cool. How's it going?
I'm good, thank you. You?
Yeah, I'm good. I am so sorry. I think I skipped you in the order of people.
Oh no, it's all right. Well, I mean, like when I first applied for it, I did say I didn't want to call, but I changed my mind. I mean, like it was a couple months ago back now.
Yeah, I think you guys applied way back. But
Yeah,
let's let's dive into this, shall we?
let's do it.
Let's see here. So, do you want to talk about how you got into what you're doing and like what your plans are and whatnot?
Yeah. So, um, got into college. This is UK college. Um, and I kind of didn't know what I want to do, and I found out you could make games. I was like, whoa, I want to be a concept artist. So okay, I started drawing, and when my teachers introduced me to 3D, and I was like, actually, I don't want to be a concept artist anymore. I want to do 3D. I want to make cars and environments and stuff. So it kind of just went from there.
Nice,
And I graduated from Stafford Uni 2 years ago now. Well, 2 years in September.
nice. I think there's a lot of people that go to that school, right?
Yeah, it is quite a popular school.
I'm trying to remember. Karen Stanley didn't go there, did she?
Erin Stanley. She wasn't in my year, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, uh we just got contacted by the last call. I'm just letting him know he'll be next. Okay, so let's see. I don't know how you want to go through this your work on your portfolio. First of all, it's pretty cool. There's like quite a variety and varying qualities as well. So
Yeah. Um, so, I mean, you could pick whichever your favorite is first.
yeah. Hmm. Honestly, I like the stool, which may weird you
Okay.
out. It's the stool, maybe the gate, the old ruins,
Hmm.
just
Yeah, we could
because of
go
the
with
consistency of the surface information.
yeah,
This is an art
yeah,
test as well. It looks like.
yeah. It was for um, I can't remember what it was for now. But yeah, that was for an art test. It was kind of for like a freelance thing
Mm-hmm.
online. Fortunately, I didn't get it, and it was kind of like a 3 round thing. You did the first round, did give you some feedback, and you do a second round, a third round.
Oh, so there was feedback phases, and that was the
Yeah,
interview. Man, this looks
yeah,
cozy to sit on, like nice and poofy. You know,
yeah.
I mean, it's I like it because it's so consistent. Like especially when you see it in the thumbnail, it frames really well.
Mhm.
If we look at let's look at the gate here. Are these in like order of?
They are in, yeah, they're in date order, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh
See,
yeah.
going back, so this was like a year ago. Like going back for this now, I can see some big things I could change, like the
Yeah.
grass.
What are the big things that stick
The,
out to you? It's
to
like an
me, it's
interview
mainly
question.
the foliage mainly.
Yeah.
I
Just
think
in
that's a
that
big
top
thing.
image.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, as I look at what I see is the foliage. followed by the flags, like how they're torn, like
Yeah.
the approach that was used on it makes it kind of difficult to. It makes
Mm.
it difficult to make it look right. Right, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll just paint it away, and like it looks like it's torn and stuff, but the shapes feel strange.
Hmm.
Um, and then I guess it's a combination of foliage and lighting. Like, let's see if we, I mean, I know this is a year old, so there's some changes that have, I'm sure you've already, uh, like grown through. Oh, I just realized there's a giant hole in the ground here too. Was this place attacked? What's happening here?
I guess it was kind of just really old, ancient sort of
Yeah,
thing.
I was like, dude, it's like catapult. It was like a, like it came in hot. Just hit the ground though, not the sides or anything. Um, yeah, so there's things like this light here. Like you've got a light source somewhere around here, and it's casting outward,
Yeah.
and it just the way that it lights separates the elements, which ends up making things look digital really quickly,
Hmm.
right? Everything looks very 3D. Um, but yeah, it's intriguing. Like the if you were to go into albedo only, you would see a lot of issues where like the wood on the tree and the branches and stuff, it looks like it's like double
Into dark.
dark.
Yeah.
And I think if you go into like an albedo only view, you'd really see like how they like where the colors actually sit. Oh yeah, so in your grass here as well, you have like a normals issue where like
Yeah.
you're seeing the back face, and either in the shader you have to brighten that up so that it kind of volumizes and flattens out the lighting of it, I guess, or get the normals and point them straight up, either in the mesh or in the shader. There's a number of things you can do to try and negate that. Oh yeah, see when you do the detailed lighting, then it really shows what's going on as well, like the ivy being really dark. Um, but this is a big scene. How long did this take you? 2.5 months.
This particular scene I did a couple of months. No, I think it was a year prior. So I did it again. This is a second attempt.
Ah, okay.
I think it was a big upgrade. For
Yeah.
my, like, I think myself, yeah, I think it was a big upgrade.
Holy cow, is that a moon?
It was a moon, yeah.
Whoa.
I think it was a flat plane.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, that's amazing. Um, no, this is cool because there's like you can see all of the elements and kind of how they interact with each other, and
Mm.
all of the little issues. It's funny because as you point them out and you fix them, they just start. It adds up, and eventually the scene starts like convincing you.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I wanted to dig through some other because like this one, the Hitachi HR 100. Judging by this video in the beginning, you're super proud of this thing.
Oh yeah.
You're like, hell yeah! Like we're gonna pan up the side of yeah. You're gonna get all the close ups and the
Yeah, I would say the revolver in this one, I think I definitely improved compared to my previous work.
yeah. This is definitely a step up in the quality of your work, especially with the attention to detail on the surfaces as well as like what you decided to model and where you're putting your
Yeah.
geometry. How long did this one take you?
Oh, I think it was a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
That time, yeah.
that's really nice. See, it's
Yeah,
funny.
it's
It's
just
like this side is like, oh yeah, dude, look at all these details, and then you're like, oh yeah, I have to do the back.
yeah.
And the back feels like you were just like, nah, I'm not doing the back.
Oh, that was the case. So I did do the back, but that was just the case for the thing. It's like
Oh,
there wasn't much
oh, I
detail on the
see.
case.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I see it now.
I wasn't sure if I should include it or not.
Holy cow! I mean, I didn't even realize it was the case, but once you said case, I'm like, oh, you're right, it is a case. Um, dude, I wonder if you even need that shot because it just tricks me. I'm sure it's tricking other people when they see it too. I wonder
Yeah,
if
I
you can
guess.
put the case behind it and then you
Hmm.
just see like the two objects together.
Yeah.
This is a sick asset though. Man, it's so analog.
Yeah, I saw it and it caught my eye, being like so funky looking.
Yeah. So the modeling on this is quite good, and the attention to detail in the way that you've modeled it is really good as well. I
Mhm.
think where it's breaking down is probably just like pushing the materials even further. Because, like, I will say, and it needs to be acknowledged, that the materials in this one compared to the previous work we were looking at, the materials are much better in this. But it's like that's the part that if you could turn it up even further, it would
Yeah,
really like make the asset sing even more. Because all the details there, you just get the materials singing right, and then you're good.
yeah. Like comparing to the portfolio like previous to this review, how how would you recommend trying to get to Andy's level, for example?
Oh, I honestly I think it's really steadying the references, like
Mhm.
getting like close up. I don't know how much reference you had on this. Is there any reference in this?
Um,
Oh,
I
this
do
is
have
great.
a pure ref
Yeah,
document. Yeah.
this is cool with the just displaying all of this. So I think it's. I mean, really, I think it's pushing. Um, I'm trying to figure out what I'm seeing here. Is this the metalness map? What
Yeah,
is?
that was
Yeah,
metallic, and the top one was the roughness.
yeah. Because so with these, I think you're getting conflicting info in your material because you're applying like a 50% gray in your metal. But this is a marmoset, so is this like this is spec gloss, isn't it?
Oh no, I changed it to metallic.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's only their viewer that does that.
Yeah.
Um, right. So you can change it to metallic and yeah. So watching out for those like those in between values in your metalness map will go
Mhm.
a really long way for getting the materials to read um, as the right material. Because like for example, this case here, if
Mhm.
that's not like it could be metal, right? But then if there's a coating on top that's covering the metal, that won't be metalness in that sense. But if there's some chipping, then you'll start to see some of the metal come through, and showing the chipping through like the mask either being black or white will really make the metal details pop, as well as making the other surfaces that aren't metal kind of pop as well. I think it's a combination of that and getting like just subtle information in the albedo, but a lot of information in the like you're already doing it. It's like getting information in the roughness is what's making all your surfaces look so nice. Like this, all these details here. It's like you can tell
Yeah.
someone's used it, and it's kind of like, ugh. It's got the human touch, literally. Um, but yeah, I think it has to do with like if you were to be using like textures as masks for when you're
Yeah.
painting, like the stencil workflow. There's a really good tutorial on ArtStation for free. Um,
Mhm.
oh man, my brain just like blanked on it. Someone's gonna say it in chat. Jason Ord.
Yeah,
Super man.
I know you're about.
Yeah, you know that one? Okay. So
Yeah.
there's that. I assume sorry. I assume that you could read the article from Handy as well. That'll probably
Mhm.
do
Yeah,
some
I definitely will.
I just post it in your chat for you. Um
Cheers.
but yeah, it's just I think it's just pushing the materials and understanding the material that you're trying to create. Like the sticker here,
Hmm.
it looks like it's getting some of the color from under it when like the
Yeah.
sticker should be quite white, I think, or like a white gray
Mhm.
and then peeling away. So it's just tuning all that stuff. That being said though, man, this is like a huge step up from your other stuff. Oh man, I thought ArtStation was choking. Um we can look at the revolver because you said you really like the revolver as well.
Yeah.
See, the revolver feels weaker to me than the other one. I guess your application of the details is really nice, but it's how the surfaces are reading that leads to my brain getting confused again. Like I'm like, okay, is this like the grip or the handle here. That's like, I know that's a wood, but it's really shiny, and it's trying to understand like, okay, how is this like, what is that coated with that's making it look that way? Um, and just getting those details to oh dude, that's awesome. This shrink wrapped caution choking hazard. Yeah, this is good. I like the toy packaging for it.
Oh,
And
thanks.
now I'm understanding even just a little bit more, because my brain's like, oh yeah, this is like a real. Yeah, Rick Reeves' tutorial on ArtStation is also really good. He uses stencils as well, but my brain didn't realize this was like a toy gun,
Okay.
because like there's like the orange tip on these, because they're
Yeah.
required legally to put the orange tip on them.
Mhm.
But in some of them, it's not there.
Yeah, so I thought I'd do. I made the gun, and I thought I'd just do like variations of it.
Yeah.
So there was like one, the gold one, and like kind of just a silver one.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah, and you even put the seam there for like the plastic seam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so see the roughness on the plastic one doesn't feel like, this one just feels untextured, and then the roughness value of it makes it feel like I can't really place what type of plastic it is. It's very shiny, right? So I think the execution on it is quite good, and it's just the materials and really like tuning those. Like, see, the material in here is going very like straight lined, when it should be more of like a
Oh,
rotary
okay.
kind of spinning
Oh,
pattern.
okay, yeah.
But dude, yeah, it's crazy because the Hitachi is just, yeah, this looks cool, man. It's so funny too because all the buttons are kind of upside down because of how it's worn.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang.
Like compared to the reference as well, like in real life, it's massive. Like, well, it's like an 80s piece of equipment. It's huge.
Oh, really? I mean,
Yeah.
even in your, like, this looks like you would screw your back up just hanging on to this all day. Yeah, it looks like, so in the little portfolio chat that we have for this group, I would
Mhm.
totally poke Candy and just bug him about how he's approaching materials and like any resources. It's our industry's very unique in the sense that we can just like share and not even care, and we're just like, yeah, yeah, no, this is how I do it, this is how all my work looks so good, and then they just give it away like it's nothing. It's the best industry ever for that type of stuff. But yeah, let's see what else we got going on here. Is there anything you want me to look at and like uh
Honestly, it was just those main two, to be honest.
yeah, do you have any
I
questions?
mean, um, it it's kind of like broad questions, really. Like,
Mm,
just how would I improve my texturing? But you kind of already answered that.
okay. Oh dude, this is really nicely modeled.
Well, thanks.
I feel like I remember this happening. Was this, were you on the Discord at that time?
I think I was, yeah,
Okay.
because I think I got some feedback from the gate scene as well.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's cool. This one's really good. And the screen is so dirty.
Yeah,
It's so
I should
dirty,
look.
and I'm like, man, there's no cleaning that. Like, you're not cleaning that.
Yeah, no, I should have put a message in there.
That's really interesting though. Let me see if there's. I'm trying to think if there's some other stuff we can talk about. I mean, if you're like, do you know what you want to work on next?
I was thinking about doing an environment next.
Yeah.
Uh, and I guess my portfolio is kind of a mixed bag at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess it would make sense just to stick with just props or just environments. Um, but yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I.
Should I get rid of the vehicles? Do I?
Oh yeah, I didn't even look at these. Let's see here. So these are 2 years ago, and I mean the materials on these look pretty. Let me just open this. Actually, hang on. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna double click open these. Oh man, you got some like I forget what that's called. It's like carbon fiber there
Yeah, yeah.
on the surface. These are quite intriguing, to be honest. The materials on this feel really. So this is from 2 years ago, huh?
Mhm.
Because there's some details that are in your materials here that I'm not seeing in your newer stuff. I'm not sure what it is exactly. Maybe it's just because you're going for cool looking and not thinking about like, okay, this needs to be realistic and exactly how I see it in real life. Because like, yeah, this top render here, I would say just be careful on the clipping on the edges, and you're golden. It's like you could
Yeah.
just pull the camera back a little bit more, and you can keep the angle.
Mhm.
And then this one's quite intriguing as well. This one's a little harder to read. I think it's like a drone, right? Yeah, yeah, heavy duty drone.
Yeah.
It's got eyes all over the place.
Mhm.
Um, those what is it? Those blades, those fan blades, they feel
Yeah.
like they need to be maybe 2 or 3 times larger to really like
Mhm.
hold this bad boy up because he looks heavy.
Yeah. It yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Stand clear. This great signage on here though. It's really good. Let me see. Is there? Oh yeah, dude. Nice. Yeah. So there's a lot of material stuff going on here, and it's a matter of like understanding what is this material made out of that's around the fan like
Mhm.
the blades
Yeah.
and like this front piece here looks like it's a protection material.
Mhm.
Um, knowing what that's made out of would be really good. So that's just understanding the roughness values of like to achieve the type of material you're going for. I'm trying to think if there's a
Yeah.
good way to. Wonder if I can. I just drag this out over here because I think where your weakness is right now on a per asset basis is the materials, and if you got that in line, um, I guess working on an environment is going to slow you down a little bit when it comes to getting that in line because now you're working on an environment, which is a whole other set of problems to solve. Whereas if you did like 1 or 2 more props and focus on the materials, you probably would make gains that would help your environments. One way to do both of those though, I would say, is like you could pick a scene, like let's say you're gonna do like I don't know, like a secret lab or something, or like some surgery room, or there's like a lot of equipment and props and stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, telling a story is great, and that's really good for the environment. If you figure out what the environment is and block it all out, you'll have all of your props ready to go, and then you can do the thing we were just talking about, is focusing on the materials. So like executing a really good model, uh,
Yeah.
good bakes, and then working on all of the different material maps to really sell the surface of what the asset is. And then
Mhm.
you're pushing your materials, but also heading towards an environment. So you'll have like all an environment is a collection of props that are associated with each other in a certain configuration, telling a story and being lit in an interesting way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you could do it with two birds with one stone as long as you don't blast yourself with it,
Mhm.
because that's
Okay.
environments do that when people start to dive into environments. They get too big too fast. Even pros do
Yeah.
it, man. It's not
Beach
the
cream.
artist brain is too. We're unhinged all the time. Um,
No, I do know
man,
what you mean.
let's see what else we got going on here. So you were saying you wanted to do an environment. What was the ideas on the environment?
Um, I was going to do either a diner or kind of a canal scene. I wasn't. It was between those two at the minute.
Hmm. A diner's cool. You get some really interesting materials in there, and
Mm.
there's some interesting shapes to model as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I kind of blocked it out already. I've started to do the lighting.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to do how would I say it? Kind of like a horror diner. So it's all dark. You just see the light coming in from the neon lights through some blinds, sort of thing. So I guess doing that environment wouldn't take too much because it would be mainly pretty dark. so you're not going to see much.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think so. What's really funny is when scenes are really dark, roughness becomes even more important because the way that the light, whatever light is showing, has to
Hmm.
sell the surface in that small bit of area that the light is hitting it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. The only way to get away from PBR is to do a scene in complete pitch black. Then you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about the maps. Um, but yeah, so some people in chat were like diners are a little overdone. If you're really into the whole diner thing, all you have to do is execute it better than everyone else. That's the
Okay.
not to stress you out. um, no,
Not too hard.
Blight Bulb was also saying was the alternative option
Yeah,
a canal.
it was like a fantasy canal kind of thing.
Uh, Wait, you said a fantasy canal.
Yeah.
So is it like what type of fantasy
Oh,
are we talking about? Like sci-fi or like
uh, I would say kind of medieval fantasy canal.
okay, okay.
So kind of like markets, um, like kind of those open markets that you see in like if you've ever seen pictures of like Marrakesh, Morocco,
Yeah.
kind of like just open stalls everywhere along a canal.
I mean, that sounds nice too. I honestly I don't mind the when people pick scenes that are overdone. Like
Hmm.
don't worry about that fact. What you should think about is like Bray saying in chat is like if as long as you have a lot of strong references, understand what you're making, block it all out so that everything is there, and prop with those blockouts. Like I think I have the. Let me. I'll just bring this up so I can. I don't know if you've ever seen the kind of step by step that I have been developing. Let me see if it's in this. Yeah. Cool. Okay, I'll bring this over here. So so it's reference gathering, right? Then image breakdown. So you try and like isolate all the assets that you're gonna need. You block out your infrastructure, which is like your walls, where the windows are at, big ticket items like the counter and all that stuff. Um, and then you block out every single prop that you think you're gonna need and use them. If you block out a prop and you find out it's not being used, then you didn't waste all the time building the prop just to find out you don't know where to put it. You know,
Yeah.
with that blockout and all of the props placed, even in blockout form, then you can do your composition and your framing, and then you can do your lighting pass, which it sounds like you're somewhere in here. So you're kind of doing all of these. So if you think about them in phases, that can be really useful. Then it's all about creating art, like actually
Yeah.
building the content. And you know it's all there. You've got your cameras in position. You know all the shots that you need to build to. So you don't
Mhm.
have to over promise in your own mind how many things you have to make because you've
Yeah.
already figured out all the props that you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
It really helps like clear the brain, and then you can just focus on the asset creation.
Okay.
But
Cool.
yeah,
Thank you.
I'll
Well, and is this document available?
everyone asks that every time I post it. I'm gonna message it to you.
Perfect.
But I show it maybe like I don't know a couple times a week maybe.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Okay.
I'm putting this path out here, and it's like week 1 to week 12, and a week is about 40 hours. So you can expect like you're not actually creating assets until like the 5th week,
Yeah. Okay.
but you've
That makes
blocked everything out and all of your lighting's in place and all that jazz. So,
sense. Mhm.
but yeah, I even put like a cadence for when you should display work on like Discord and then when you should ask for feedback on the top.
Mhm. Yeah.
You want a t-shirt with chat wants a t-shirt with this. I don't know if this will fit on a t-shirt, but I'll look into it. There's a shirt I've been wanting to develop. We'll get into that later. um, but yeah, do you have any other questions?
Um, to be honest, I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple art tests in the
Mm-hmm.
past. Um, and I guess it's just my material work at the end of the day. That's hindering me maybe.
The what? Sorry.
Uh, the materials. I guess that's my downfall on the art test.
Oh, I mean, I gotta say, man, the stool looks pretty. Materials on it are pretty nice. I wonder if it's just like depending on what they were asking for, and especially their feedback.
Yeah.
Like that's
It was,
probably where it got shaky.
yeah. I mean, the art test was for it was for it was supposed to be as realistic as possible. So it was kind of like architectural visualization sort of stuff. And I was trying to get it dead on, like measurements and everything. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah. So there, it sounds like they're being really accurate, trying to be
Yeah,
like super precise.
yeah, very.
Well, okay. So I guess if you have some more questions, just poke me,
Yeah,
or chat in the Discord because it's like there's so much knowledge just kind of floating around, and
mhm,
just asking a question and you'll get
yeah,
answers.
yeah. I will do definitely. Thank you.
But cool. Okay, I guess I'll see you in the server then.
Cool. Thanks, and thanks, chat, for giving me some feedback.
Yeah, it's good. It was good talking, man. I'll talk to you later.
In a bit.
All right, bye. In a bit. I love it. I love it. I gotta go visit the UK again. Um, nice.